What an absolutely massive weekend in Melbourne. Hundreds of thousands marched the city streets in the largest protest for freedom Australia's ever seen. Meanwhile, about a kilometre away, a much smaller, angrier counter-protest rallied for, more government mandates, anti-fascism. Who knows? That's why I went to find out.
I'm part of the protest that's against the Nazis.
Hey, how you going, guys?
Racist, fascist, you don't belong here.
What makes you think that I'm not anti-fascist?
Oh, it's rebel news.
I hate fascists. So where should I go? You said I don't belong here. That's a lot of white privilege to tell a person of colour like me I don't belong here. I don't understand. I'm a bit confused. Only fascists will stop people from speaking.
I couldn't figure out what is it about.
They're saying anybody that supports the freedom protesters, they're white supremacists. Do you guys support freedom?
Yeah, of course.
Bloody white supremacists, that's why you got skinhead. It's the most diverse crowd. Have you been there?
Oh no, I've only seen what the media portrays and
The fake news.
Because there are lots of fascists in the movement, Avi.
There are literally a tiny minority, and guess what? I'm the one that confronts them. I'm the one that walks in there and confronts them. You don't.
You confront fascists.
Absolutely.
We happened to go to the wrong area, mate.
You are white supremacists, according to this lovely lady.
No, can we take a photo?
Let's get a photo with.
Step back from the camera, please.
you painting us as like Chinese communists.
I don't pay. You're not Chinese. You're as white as they come.
No,
mate.
but CCP backed, we're here to, install, some sort of
I just think you're socialists. So you're not socialists?
I personally am a Marxist, yes.
So I pretty much paint you for exactly what you are.
What's wrong
Hold on, come here. Hold on. Do you have a problem with Jews, mate? What's your problem with Jews?
fuckwit.
Zionist. What's a Zionist?
Get out of my face! Get the fuck out of my face!
Don't touch.
Get out of my face!
Don't touch it.
Get out of my fucking face!
Don't touch the mic.
You're not to touch any of the
Don't
others.
move.
Thank you.
There you go. You see, a Zionist for these clowns means Jew. He's targeting Jews. This is anti-fascism.
Don't video me.
You said you're videoing me, mate.
Yeah.
What Nazis? You said I hang out with Nazis.
Well, you've been hanging around for years. It's well documented. And you said you're
Give me
proud to
one.
hang out with them.
Give me
No,
one.
I don't have to. It's all documented.
You don't know? Yeah, show me one example.
No.
I want to know why you're calling these people and all the people covered. There was just a Muslim lady that I seen in a burqa.
Yeah.
You're calling her a
I'm
fascist.
not a fascist. I've been a nurse for over 20 years, dude.
I haven't said that. I've
The
just
whole rally is about calling them fascists. Show us your face.
No. Why?
Are you scared of the virus?
No. Scared of you.
Why are you siding with the state? You guys are anarchists. Why are you siding with the state?
Do you reckon we should go here?
Come here. So what makes me a fascist? What makes me a fascist?
White supremacy?
So you're calling me a white supremacist. They're calling anyone from the other group white supremacists because they believe in tolerance.
Little bearded boy.
Oh, they got one person of colour. I've counted one. I'm sorry about the smell. Do you think that they're all fascists?
Don't talk to him? No.
It's not worth the time. He's a fucking cunt.
How you going, lads? You alright?
Seems like they don't like you much here.
That doesn't bother me.
They don't like you much on Logan Street.
Are you guys the 90%?
What's that?
Are you guys the 90%? We're meant to believe
90% pizza.
Get out. Hold on. Stay here. Stay here.
Get out of here now! Get out of here now! Get out of here! Get out of here!
I didn't do anything. Come with us. Come with us. Come out here. Come out of here. We're going to move on.
Get out of here now!
Don't grab me, mate. I didn't do anything wrong. Don't grab me. I didn't do anything.
Sorting a riot.
How am I inciting a riot?
Look what's happening. Keep moving out of
That's
here.
them. That's on them.
Keep moving.
That's on them.
It's ridiculous behaviour. Come on, man.
Mate, what did I do? I'm just
You
stopping.
can see it. You can see what's going on. We don't want people getting hurt.
Yeah, but
man.
I just wanted to ask you something. The
I want
last
you to understand. We don't want anyone getting
I
hurt.
understand that, and I really appreciate that. Don't.
Thank you.
But for the last 2 years, mainstream media has been at protests that they don't want to be welcome at,
I just want to
and
make
you
sure
guys
doesn't
do
get
your
hurt.
job.
I don't want them to get hurt, okay?
I agree with you,
Thank you.
but if
You
they
stay
get
here, we'll be
violent,
fine. I know, but you don't go in amongst them, you know that.
let me ask you something.
I'm not
Why
gonna get
would the
it
mainstream
from the
media?
side. Stop. I just don't want you getting hurt or anyone else.
I appreciate your your care for me.
Thank you.
Here, can I talk to you about it?
No, without all this, yes. But I tell you now, you're breaching the peace right now.
I'm not breaching the peace.
You are, because it's stirring them up.
No, that's not. That's not
We're
the
asking you to
legislation.
move so we don't stir them up.
And I'm happy to do that. I just want to understand why the last year and a half, when the mainstream media When they attacked the mainstream media, you didn't move the mainstream
I'm
media
not
on.
entertaining
You
that.
you
If you
attacked.
don't move on, you know what's
I'm
gonna
not worried. I'm not worried. I've got you in court for so many of these. I'm not going to play that game. And if you have a group of thugs that are turning violent because of my presence, then you need to chase them down, just like they've done in the last 2 years at freedom protests. You cannot move the victim of violence on. That's not how it works. And we know Victoria Police know how to get tough. In the last 2 years, they fired rubber bullets, pepper spray. They deployed the army on our streets. They deployed counter-terrorism squad on our streets. So they can take this little group on. They can do it, but they don't want to. And that's a question. Why? Why are they willing to deploy all that force onto peaceful protesters, but when a group turn violent, suddenly they've got to move on the media?
Mate, I don't talk to fuckwits.
Okay. So you probably shouldn't go into that crowd.
Oh, very funny.
Fuck Avi Yemini, fuck his channel, fuck President.
Did you notice that there were not very many people of colour?
Yeah,
They're all white.
Yeah,
I think they had one token, bro.
They were all looking at me like,
Why's this black guy with us?
Mate?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'm a bit arsed on what's going on.
So what do you say to Andy Medic and his
What would I say to him?
that his a trans daughter hit somebody with a can yesterday? Do you think that's okay?
I think you should stop talking to me. I've said that I don't want to talk to you, mate.
So move away.
You move away. You followed me.
I like you. You're taking pictures of me.
Yeah.
I like you.
When you're done, can I have a moment?
Yeah.
Right. So the march are going to be coming down this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your presence here is going to cause a breach of the peace. Okay.
Yep.
Even if you're not doing anything with what just happened there, I'm asking you, would you please move around, hear me out first, and then I'll listen to you. Around the corner, out of sight, so they can go past, so we don't have to deal with any more skirmishes.
Okay, so can I clarify something? You're asking me to, if I don't mind moving,
Because
so
if
you're
you-
not giving me an order to
No,
move
no,
on.
no,
Okay.
no, I'm asking you.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
that I'm happy to do. I'm not here for trouble, but what I just want to point out is in the last 2 years, when the mainstream media have rocked up to those freedom protests that I've seen you at, and they got attacked, you guys went after the people that attacked them. You didn't give the mainstream media move on orders. I'm happy to move on.
And I'm happy if you want to give us your details,
Yeah.
an alleged assault or something, we will follow that up.
Yep.
The same as we would for anyone else.
No,
what I'm
but
saying-
if you've seen the mainstream media, you don't move them on. You ask them. I've seen you ask them nice, and I appreciate, and I'm willing to
And
work.
that's what I'm doing with you now.
And that's what I'm willing to do. Thank you. That's all I want. I want to be treated the same.
That's fine. We're just trying to make sure that we don't have a repeat of that.
Listen,
So-
I don't blame you. They're a bunch of violent thugs. It's unfortunate. All right, thank you for your service. I hope we keep going down that road and we kill the bill.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely not here to cause trouble. I'm here to cover every protest like I do. So we're going to head over to the side of freedom, the so-called fascists. I guess it leaves one question. Will the media class and the political class, the elites, who universally condemned any acts of violence against the mainstream media journalists during the freedom protests in the last 2 years, will they now stand up and condemn this lot for turning on a journalist that may not be from their little clique? I'm not going to hold my breath. A little bit different first size in crowd of peaceful protesters compared to a tiny group of thugs, and we're supposed to believe that they represent 90%. I don't know, maths is not my strong point, but you do it. Let me know in the comments. Something doesn't add up. So we're in a bit of a safer environment now, but as you can see today, I did bring 2 security guards, Daniel and old mate. We're not going to name him. We don't want him to lose his respect and dignity in life. But they had my back like pros, as you just saw. So help us if you can to pay the bills, to pay their wages, support Avi.com to ensure we can continue to go to any protest, no matter which side of the argument. With that hat, I would think you should be at the other protest.
Well, that group are part of the fascists that are causing the trouble in the world today.
Are you telling me that the anti-fascists are probably actually the fascists?
Exactly, 100%.
I used to hate you because I used to be one of those, those lefties. I
Those
just followed,
ferals.
I followed all of them because I thought, they believe in what I do. And then I realised, no, you stand for everything that's right.
I'd like to give them compassion, and if they want to be compassionate to everyone, they're not. And I think that it comes down to humility. I think that the big problem right now is not wanting to know, ignorance. The opposite of that is curiosity. And in order to be curious, you have to assume that you have something to learn.
You guys look like the white supremacists that they keep telling us about on the other.
Absolutely.
I just came from the other protest where they're protesting this protest, and they're saying that you're all white supremacist extremists.
It's a funny thing, isn't it?
How does it feel to be a white supremacist fascist?
Nah, we're not here, man. We're here to stop the bill.
So are you saying that they're lying?
They're lying.
But they seem so. Now that I think of it, there was no people of colour in that crowd. Did you apologise today for your white privilege?
No, I don't actually. I don't believe in it.
You don't have white privilege?
No, not at all. But just because my dad was a cop and I was a thief, it didn't work for me.
White supremacy on the streets of Melbourne. We need a march with the anti-fascists.
Yeah, I heard there's another protest around the corner against the far right and calling us
white supremacists.
Well, I'm the whitest racist supremacist right here, right? Look at me. Clearly, I'm racist.
Well, that's the best hogwash I've heard in 32 years since I've been in Australia.
So you're not buying the anti-fascist narrative?
No way.
Do we look like white supremacists? Do I look like a white supremacist to you? It's absolutely ridiculous.
We're out of control.
Out of control.
Can't you tell? I mean, just have a look. Completely.
They must be talking about your teeth.
Possibly. Maybe the false ones.
In the other rally, they said everyone here's white supremacists. You must be white supremacists from Peru.
From Peru, that's it, yes.
I just feel like they need a bit more protein and iron.
I'm strong, but I'm one of the good vegans who stand with what's right. So.
I like vegans.
Yeah.
They leave more meat for me.
Hey.
Who would have thought 5 years ago, Egg Boy and Avi Yemini standing in a park together, united
Not me.
against Antifa. I was the only person of colour there, and they assaulted me.
See, today I thought I'll polish myself up too.
Are you doing blackface?
Blackface today. I thought I might as well match up with what they say we are, right?
The only anti-racism protest I've seen today is right here, where everyone is marching together, regardless of colour, regardless of where they come from, and no one is talking about race. Everyone is just talking about the country, and they're talking about freedom. They're not bringing out race as an issue. The people that were bringing out race as an issue don't want me there, and they don't want you there. They assaulted you, and they were intimidating me.
Wake up, because you guys are causing more division in this fucking country.
Because everyone's watching, I'm going to say you do a great job. You do second best in the state.
Number one, yeah?
That's the legend. He's a legend.
Hey, Avi.
Are you supporting Rebel News?
Yes.
But they told me that Rebel is fascist.
Nah, Rebel News is the truth. People you don't know, this guy's telling the truth. He's preaching the truth to y'all. Rebel News is the truth.
If you've enjoyed this report, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, share it far and wide, because while the mainstream media has been busy demonising freedom protesters by labelling them all fascists, the real racists and fascists have been taking to our streets. And then if you're willing and you're able, please give what you can to help cover my security costs to ensure that I can continue to cover any protest in our town. SupportAvi.com.